Hello, hello, everyone. Time for writing sprints. Oh my goodness. So my aim is to come on at 9. Today I made it at 9:30. Hopefully I will have someone to join me today. So I'm doing writing sprints, hosting live writing sprints on YouTube in my Facebook group, as well as on my Facebook page and on YouTube. What I'm doing is I am completing the editing and adding scenes to book 2 in the Mixed Girl series. Book 1 is Poor Little Mixed Girl, which is out and became a #1 bestseller in the African American Christian fiction genre on Amazon. And it still is ranking high in teen pregnancy issues and various subgenres. It's been like number 11, number 12. So right now I am writing number 2. I'm completing number 2, which comes out. I'm not writing it. The manuscript is already written, but I'm editing it and adding scenes. And the book comes out April 7th. So I'm on a time crunch. I decided to do these live streams to help keep myself accountable, as well as enjoy some camaraderie of writing with all of you. This will help you have focused time to using the Pomodoro technique to take 25 minutes out of your day. Even if you just do one writing sprint, you're taking 25 minutes and focusing on writing for that time. When I worked a full-time job, that's what I did. Sometimes I only had time for one writing sprint, and that's fine. So I would like to report to you guys my numbers, because I was hanging out at like 40-some thousand words for a long time. And in order for a novel to be a true novel, it should at least be 50,000 words. So I'm happy to report, as of the wee hours of the morning, I did crack it, and I'm at 50,737 words for the book Mixed Out. I was working on some pretty tough scenes last night. I was up from like 10 to like 1, 2 in the morning working on when I first met my sister in the book, because I was adopted, and there are some adoption issues in there. And there's a lot that happens, a lot of expectation that isn't always met when you're dealing with reunification or unification, when you're dealing with families coming together who weren't raised together. And so I was recently reading Believe It by Jamie Lima, and she found out when she was like in her 20s, almost 30, that she was adopted. Now, I always knew I was adopted, but she had this, hope that when she met her biological mother, there was going to be this running in the fields moment, like, and oh my gosh, I finally met you, and we're going to hug. And when she met her mother, it wasn't like that. Her mother didn't even want to get to know her. And she had to kind of wait for her mother to change her mind to even want to get to know her. So she never got that moment, but she did get to know her mother. And so that's kind of like what it was. I had all this excitement of meeting my sister, and we were just going to be sisters. And, I was going to meet my family on my mother's side. And my mother dropped a bombshell that her family really didn't want anything to do with me because I was half Black. And I'll give you a little what I had to write in the story last night. I'll give you a little preview of it. When she took me to meet her mother as an infant, she said, "Well, I don't want her sleeping in any of my beds, because I don't want no Black baby touching none of my beds." So she put me in a drawer to sleep for the night. So I was like, okay, so this is like a sit down I'm having between my biological mother and my biological sister. And, the biological sister, she was just kind of more like, these are my peoples, the peoples who raised me. These are my peoples. So the unification or meeting, adopted or your biological family, it may not have that storybook feel that you were hoping for. And I've always been a person with rose-colored glasses on, looking for the best, hoping for the best. And when it didn't happen that way, I had to find a way to push forward. So that's what I'm working on today. I've completed that scene, but I'm like I said, I'll be doing some editing. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If anybody wants to jump in on these sprints, if you need to edit, if you need to write, please jump in. Get in where you fit in. And if you're on YouTube, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you're on Facebook, you might want to join me on YouTube as well, or at least like and subscribe my page on YouTube, because I'm going to be teaching some book marketing techniques. And I do have a KDP publishing class that's on here on my channel on YouTube. It started, and after I get done with all the launch of book 2, I will be adding to that series of publishing on KDP. All right, we're going to get going. Time for sprint number 1 of the day. All right, we're going to put 25 minutes on the clock. All right. And we're going to get ready to begin to sprint. Hit it, baby. that is it for the first writing sprint. Let me get that turned off. Oh my goodness. That timer is something else. It almost sounds like your smoke alarm, right? Okay, so I could do a word count because I did add a little bit. I kind of made some notes over on Google Docs. Because, like, what I do, I don't know if y'all do this, but I write in Word. Oh, I see I have a comment. Let me check my comment. Cammie says, I just got the notification for this. Sorry, I'm missing it. I'll try and check back. Oh, let me put this on the screen. Okay, Cammie says she just got the notification for this. Sorry, she's missing it. She'll try and check back in a bit and see if I'm still live streaming. That's cool, Cammie. I am on every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9 a.m. Central. So that'll be you have to work that out for your time because I know I think you're on either Mountain or Pacific time, right? All right, so Cammie stopped by. Yes, so what I was saying was, let me turn that sprint banner off. Okay. So what I was saying was that I write in Word, but I always back it up by putting it on a Google Doc. And then when I don't want to be at the computer, but I want to make notes, I can use my phone because you can put Google Docs right on your phone. And I can use my phone and, make any, like as I'm reading it, sometimes when you step away from it, from the computer, and you're just kind of more so casually reading your work, you can find, issues of maybe something that needed to be reworded or, an error here or there. So I had kind of made myself a note and I just pasted that in. So it did add to my word count. But I'm working on chapter 4 right now with editing. And I would say I'm about halfway through chapter 4. Chapter 4 appears to be pretty long. I haven't visited chapter 4 in a while because I just finished the manuscript. And there's actually 24 chapters in mixed out. And I think I'll start sharing some of the names of the chapters soon. And I know some people just number their chapters. I like to give mine interesting names. I try to do it in a way where it's interesting, but it doesn't give too much away. So hopefully I accomplished that. And I wanted to report back to y'all from yesterday when I had my hair up and my whole exercise outfit on, and I was gunning in the go walking. Yeah, I never made it. Never made it walking. I had on my whole little sports bra, my whole little tank top, exercise pants, had my hair up in a ball. I was gunning to go walking, man. And then it was raining. It was pouring. It was 90% rain that day, yesterday. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go inside of one of these, because we have like a whole bunch of indoor parks and recreation areas. And some of them have indoor tracks. So I was like, I'm going to go to one of those. And I don't know, with the allergy season in and the pollen count, it just made me so tired that I didn't go walking. So I am determined today. Today I have on my exercise clothes again. Okay, I am determined today that I'm going walking. Also, it's a beautiful, clear day out. So, yeah. Because we have to do that self-care, We're in the chair a lot. We're using the ABC method a lot. Apply butt to chair in order to get these books out. So we have to do some self-care where we're taking the time for our health. And I've even scheduled that in, y'all. And I'm working hard to begin to follow that schedule for my health's sake. Another thing that I wanted to add. Last night, y'all, I got up. I had some inspiration to finish an important scene in the book last night. And I got up at like 10 something at night. and worked until, like I said, the wee hours of the morning. Like it was like 1, 2 in the morning. But I had like something in me that I wanted to say, and I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't say it. Um, I couldn't say it because let me go. Let me. My son's in here getting ready for work, so let me turn the camera off. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I don't know how I'm gonna figure out how to add an avatar, y'all, so that when I do that, there's at least a picture showing. But anyhow, um, what was I saying? Oh yes. So I was trying to write this scene, and I was having like the hardest time. Like I would get up from my desk from the computer, I would pace, and I would have the scene in my mind. But when I sat down to write it, it just felt like so much easier to speak it than to write it. And so I remembered that I had received a notification from Microsoft Word that they now had dictation embedded right in the program. And I thought, okay, I really wasn't keen on trying it, to be honest with you, because the last time I tried any kind of dictation on my computer using Google Docs or using, the voice command on my Mac, it was just more trouble than it was worth. I do have Dragon on my phone, which I'm not completely satisfied with, but so far as directly on the computer, it seemed like the accuracy was like below 60% sometimes. Or when I was using the Max voice command, it had good accuracy, but it would only let you do like a couple lines. So, when Microsoft let me know that they had added dictation, I really didn't have my hopes up too much. But last night, when I was pacing the house, and I had this scene all played out in my mind, but I couldn't sit down and type it. I said, I'm going to try this dictation on Microsoft. And y'all, when I hit that microphone button, and let me tell you something, I didn't even have, I had stuck my earbuds somewhere and I didn't even know where they were. Because normally I'll like plug in my earbuds to use the microphone on those. I didn't even know where my earbuds were. So I was like, oh, how accurate is this going to be with me just speaking without a mic? But I just spoke using the dictation, and y'all, that stuff was like 98% accurate. It didn't keep stopping and going like it does with the Max dictation. And I am amazed. I am really amazed. You guys, if you have Microsoft Word, check that out. Check out the dictation software. All right, I'm going to take a really quick break. I'll be right back. All right, I have returned. Had to get some H2O. Don't forget to hydrate while while you're writing. And don't forget to stretch, hydrate, save your work, double save your work. Nothing worse than losing your work. So that's why I like to save it on Word and on the cloud. And we're going to get ready to go into sprint number 2. Right now. All right, let's get it, baby. that is the end of sprint 2. That beeper is loud too, isn't it? All right. It is 10:43 my time. And we've done 2 sprints. I Even though there's nobody, well, people have been checking in and out, and you guys might watch this on the replay. But even though there's no one in here, I think I've done so much talking that it's I don't think it, I don't know if I've done a true Pomodoro. True Pomodoro technique is 25 minutes of focused work and 5 minutes of break time. And when you stream, normally it's 5 minutes of us chit chatting. I think I'll chit chat all by myself longer than 5 minutes at a time because we've gotten. Sometimes I have to be done by 10:30 in order to take my son to work. And to get all the things done that I need to do. Sometimes I can go a little bit later, just depends on what's going on. But I think today I'm going to go ahead and end it. I want to thank you for stopping by, everyone who stops by now and on the replay. And I will be back tomorrow, Thursday, at 9 a.m. Central with writing sprints. Until then, oh yeah, and y'all wish me luck on walking today, okay? All right, and with that, God bless.